this up. So guys, I'm sitting over, this is in real time. I'm sitting over at the studio. I get an email from Muhammad Mokaev, and he says, hey, Chael, I saw some stuff where you were talking about me on YouTube. Now, that is completely true. I'm actually a Muhammad fan, but this was a while ago. This was right as he was departing the UFC. He's undefeated. Everything's going great. We find out one day he gets pulled down from a main card. He gets pulled down to an undercard. We, the audience, doesn't know what's going on. It turns into a debate with the UFC. At any rate, Mohammed, I think that's where we picked up. Tell me what's going on.
All good, Charles. Thank you for creating another video on me, for supporting me. It means a lot. It means a lot, especially in my hard times in my career. Now a little bit chilled out. At the start, it was emotional for me. Now I just let it go how it is in the life, you know.
I couldn't imagine being in that spot. I mean, you were undefeated. You were a top guy in the world. You were headed to world championship. You were young. You get signed to the promotion. I mean, not for nothing. This is how you make a living. If you lose that contract or you lose that ability, the different stresses that you had, I lost that ability. And I didn't have near as good of a record as you. And I wasn't near as young as you. And I lost that ability when I got put on a suspension. And I will just tell you the stress that it brought my family. What was that like for you? Did you go into panic mode? Were you bitter?
A couple of weeks later, I had a car crash. So I was just like, just driving crazy, and like little bit it was stressful for me, because main goal in our career is to be best in the world, right? But if you cannot be best in the world in best organization, at some point I was thinking maybe the finish career, because I was thinking, if I'm 7-0, right? Like if I can't prove that I'm best, you know, what's the point me fighting again in different leagues, you know? And it's like lack of motivation, I would say. It was for me for a couple of weeks after it started. Not even couple weeks. I will be truthful, like maybe 2-3 months. And then I spoke to Sheikh Khalid, the Prince of Bahrain, and he got me back on the track. He said, "Listen, we get you on the Brave. Like we give you good amount whatever you want, you know." And they look after me. They basically lifted me back up.
Brave is incredible, and I know Sheikh a little bit. I communicate with him through email. But it's an incredible production as well, and it's very well viewed in that part of the world. It's not as much in North America. It's a little harder to get the fees. Let me ask you this: who is your manager? Are you represented by Ali?
No, I was with Team Simpson. Right now I don't have any manager. Right now I'm just myself, because right now I'm directly with Brave, with Sheikh Khalid. I don't really need manager right now, but if I get back to UFC, I definitely I will take one.
So tell me a little bit about Brave. I've only seen some clips of it. I've never been there. In fact, I want to say maybe I even saw like Chimaev fight over there back when he was younger. But tell me a little about it. How's it going?
Yeah, Brave is amazing. First time I was watching Brave in my life, it was 2019. I was competing IMF World Championships. I was in final, and before the final they put the event, so all the amateurs guys come to the event in Bahrain. So there was Ilia, Topuria, Guram Kutaladze, Chimaev, Albazi. There was there's Nagano, one KHK just created. He wasn't in Brave, but he was in part of the KHK team. So we had like good guys who coming up from Brave, was in UFC right now. You know what I mean? So high talent guys. And I was 6-0 professional. And then when UFC called me, Brave said, "Listen, you're on the contract, but it's your dream. We'll let you go." That's how they are. They don't hold you up like you see the other organizations right now. They hold you up, and they've been fair. They've been fair. Even now, they said, "Listen, I just done my fight in December in the Brave, and I don't even have any contract with them." That's how pure loyalty they're with me, you know.
That's awesome. I love it. Word of mouth and a handshake. It's a great way when you can trust people. It's a great way to do business. Hey, let me ask you. You mentioned Ilia Topuria fighting there when he was younger. How good is this guy? I mean, is he as good as one might think by knocking Volkanovski out, stopping Max? I mean, is he a legit threat to the throne of Islam?
Okay, I'll be fair. Like I'm big fan of Ilia and Islam, and Islam is my countryman, is my brother, and so I'll be like this way. Ilia is a grappler originally, right? He was fighting in Brave. He was showing his grappler, and then he started knocking people out, and he finished Max Holloway, which never been even knocked down. So he's got heavy hands, but size, I think Islam is bigger than him, and Islam has more experience in like I would say more winning streak and stuff. Now, for example, Islam fights Ilia and he beats him. Example, people say he beat another 145er, but Islam wins the title now at welterweight, and then Ilia beats Oliveira. That's even bigger fights to create, right? So I don't think Islam needs to slow down his career. He go take even they strip his belt off. In my opinion, he will be double champion because that's how it started. If Conor could, why Islam can't? And I think it create bigger name for them if this way better rather than Islam fight Topuria and the hype slows down. You know what I mean? I rather see Islam becomes the champion, Ilia Topuria becomes the champion, and they can fight at catchweight for the I don't know whatever they want. I think it'd be bigger.
So Ilia's got Charles coming up. I'm just wondering, in your opinion, is Ilia going to be world champion? Is Ilia going to beat Charles Oliveira and be the world champion?
I think he will finish Charles Oliveira because I predicted Ilia finishing knocking Max Holloway out and people going crazy. Max never been knocked down, and I have got this video where I'm saying Ilia gonna finish Max Holloway, and he finished him. And I think he gonna finish Charles Oliveira too.
Why? Why though? Why is he so good? I don't know enough about him. Every time I've seen Ilia Topuria, he has whipped somebody's ass. I mean, he has made it look easy, but he makes it look so easy that I, as a viewer, sometimes go, well, he had a good night. He caught the guy, he had a good night, because he's so dominant. I guess maybe I need to start accepting that he's just this good. I mean, what would the game plan be to beat him? Can somebody take him down? Does he have a weakness? If you get him on the ground, can you keep him there? Can you pound on him? What would the game plan be to beat Ilia?
I think game plan to beat Ilia is just, similar what Pantoja does. He just rushes in from the first seconds and make like dirty boxing. Don't let him pressure you and control the distance because Ilia likes to sit down a little bit and use like Mike Tyson boxing, and he doesn't throw a lot of body kicks. I don't see it. He likes to throw like calf kicks, but he doesn't throw to head kicks and body kicks. So it's hard to take him down because he doesn't throw about. He sits down and he can't control it if he keep the distance. But if you pressure him, you can cause the trouble to him, like with the body lock and stuff like this.
All right, so now tell me about Chimaev. So Chimaev has moved up to 185. He's apparently got his travel worked out. He's going to come to America, to Chicago. He's got the world title fight with Dricus. But Dricus appears to be a little better than we knew that he was. And, I mean, what's going to happen here? Can Dricus go with him? These odds are very close. At one point, it was 3-1 Chimaev, and now it's very close. People are starting to really gain a respect for Du Plessis.
I would say Du Plessis' gas tank is crazy, and Chimaev goes in the first round. For example, we see the Whittaker, right? He go in crazy, but if Whittaker survive, it might be a 5-round fight. If Whittaker survive first round, I think it go to distance because sometimes Chimaev puts too much effort in the early rounds, not saving his energy system, and I think Du Plessis is really strong. I would say he'd be stronger than Chimaev, but Chimaev has athleticism, his athletic body from wrestling, which Du Plessis is more stiff, where you can pick the angles against him, I would say, and Chimaev win any scramble in those positions because he understands the body movement of wrestler, whereas Du Plessis is more likes to bully you with the power,
In that fight, at least in theory, is kind of a grappler versus striker. So let's use that comparison with Merab versus O'Malley. It's a rematch, but it's still a grappler versus a striker.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you saw from that first fight that O'Malley, where you believe that O'Malley can flip the outcomes here and beat Merab?
Right now, I don't see anyone who stops Merab in 135. This guy is crazy. Like, he puts the pressure against tall guy. He's gonna put the pressure against tall guy, and I wouldn't say Merab has amazing striking skills. I wouldn't even say he doesn't have. He doesn't. I don't say he doesn't have, but I wouldn't say he's a high level striker. He's just like a cardio machine, I would say. He just rushes in. He does like take you down, let you back up. He doesn't have pressure on the ground either. So he just like bullies you basically.
It's incredible though. I mean, Merab was doing this to everybody, but for me, when he was able to do it to Cejudo, when Merab was able to out-wrestle Henry Cejudo, that was kind of the day that I sat back and said, okay, this guy is going to be the world champion.
I agreed. After he beat Cejudo, that's I knew nobody gonna. Either you have to finish Merab or you have to agree you're gonna lose 5-round fights. That's it. Either you catch him with Lucky flying knee, uppercut, something like this. Flying knee, like tips, a lot of body. I don't know if you can stop him with body shots, but I think flying knee or like some random kick you can catch him, but not like decision wise.
Corey Sandhagen, who's been doing very good, but Corey Sandhagen's performance against Figueiredo, for me, was a surprise. I did not think he could walk through Figueiredo. I did not think that he could stop him. I did not think that he could win every exchange. When you watch that, where do you have Sandhagen in comparison to Nurmagomedov, to Merab, to O'Malley? With the top guys, where do you have Corey Sandhagen?
To be honest, I thought Figueiredo would finish him too. I was thinking, but Sandhagen surprised me even against Umar when he fought him. He surprised me because when Umar was taking his back, he surprised me of his defense. Every time he rolled, I was at the fight it was in Abu Dhabi, and he surprised me. He rolled every time, and he surprised me with his takedown defense also.
And when you look at the division, we got Merab versus O'Malley, of course, coming up, but in your opinion, does Sandhagen go next? Is Sandhagen the rightful number one contender?
I think so. Once Merab beats O'Malley in a rematch, I think they give Sandhagen. I think Merab right now it's Pantoja. It's like a Pantoja of flyweight division, beating everyone 2-3 times. That's what repeating.
Pantoja has been a surprise for me. Like watching him get better. I mean, when he came from the Ultimate Fighter, he was very good.
Yeah.
But most guys don't get a lot better. I mean, he has literally grown as he got into championship rounds, as he got into main event fights where there was more pressure on. He rised to the occasion. I think Pantoja, pound for pound, is one of the top 5 guys in the world.
100% I agree. 100% I agree.
Where is that coming from, though? How come he's so good all of a sudden? How does that happen?
You know, the flyweight division, the guy's been in that division for a long time. I've been fan of Tim Elliott. 2017, I watched his fight live against Demetrius Johnson. He was Ultimate Fighter winner. Then I fought myself in 2023 against Tim Elliott. So those guys have been in that division for so long. And if you yourself in that division growing up with them, you're gonna read them. You watch the fights. You already like. It feels like your neighbors. So he already read them, and so he's basically. You just have to get in shape and perform. That's it. Mentally, Pantoja in their heads. Only guy I think who can beat Pantoja right now in the division, I would say, is Manel Kape.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know that I would pick him, but I agree that would be the hardest fight.
Yes.
We got a new champion in Jack Della Lema. We were talking about Islam earlier, and we were talking about Islam's size, but now Islam will be going up, and Jack Della Lema does appear to be a little bit better than maybe we've given him credit for. When you look at that matchup, is there anything that you're seeing there? Is Jack going to be a problem for Islam? Is the size going to be a difference?
No, I don't think Jack will be a problem for Islam. Islam, like I said, is another Pantoja. He's grew up in that division. he's like an uncle of the division, basically of UFC. You know, those guys when they're undefeated, experience mentally they don't have much pressure. Whereas like Jack, he's just come from Dana White contenders like not long time ago, and then he's still young in UFC. I would say, and uh, I would say it's hard to beat those kind of guys who've been long time in the UFC. You know.
What would you guess the trajectory is for Islam? If he goes in and he beats Jack, let's say, then we've got Ilia, and Ilia and Charles get their business figured out. Do you think they would try to make a super fight? Do you think that Islam would say goodbye to 155? I mean, it's not as though making weight is fun. It might be easier on his career to stay at 170. What would you guess is next for Islam?
Maybe they do a BMF title, like a catch weight something. It's Ilia and Islam. The similar weight walking around, so it doesn't make sense for them put to once 155, make welterweight, make them catch wherever their body is the best, and just maybe last fight for Islam, something like this. Just enjoy for the fans. I would say like this.
I like that. We will never get that. They will not do that. But I agree with you. I wish there was more of that. Conor McGregor got him to do that a couple of times. Conor fought at like 168 pounds or 107. Like it was something unique. It was just for him. I wish they would do more of that. We don't have to stay in divisions. Sometimes there's just fights that we want to see. Like imagine if we could see Pereira in there with Jon Jones. Just for example,
Yeah.
They come up with a weight class 220. Who cares if there's a belt up? Let us have the fight.
Now fans these days they don't care about the weight, about weight rankings. They want to see like fan favor, for example, star versus star. So fans not into that weight. For example, why flyweight? Not many people watch. They think who is this 125 guys? What he can do? But in realistically, 125 guy can beat 155. You know, like fan doesn't know this because they don't do sports themselves. They don't cut weight, but they just want to see stars versus stars, you know, and like they play PlayStation, for example, Jon Jones versus Brock Lesnar and stuff like this. And I think it'd be interesting for the people.
You're right. All right, buddy. So tell me about you. What is next for you? You said that you don't have an active deal with Brave. You're planning to fight on Brave, but we don't have an opponent right now?
I fought on Karate Combat like 2 weeks ago. So basically,
Congratulations. I saw that.
thank you. So now I just want to work on my striking confidence, and I would say that's what I need to work on, and that's what brings money for the company. And company only be interesting in if I put the highlights which brings money to the company. And I agree from their side too. And now I have another fight in 3 weeks in Dubai. It's a big arena main event, 22,000 arena Coca-Cola, 971 FC. So I'm just like a free agent traveling fight and just getting my hands striking experience, because now I know my plan B wrestling always gonna be there, but my striking I need to put what fans wanna see.
Let me ask you something about that karate combat, by the way. What was it like being there, being in the back, when Sam Alvey put down Tyrone Spong? Were you shocked, or what did you think? When I was watching that at home, everybody I was with in the living room, we couldn't believe it.
I see Sam Alvey doing like crazy warm up in the change room because we were both in the red corner. So I walked out before him, and then I'm like, maybe he just came here for like fun, for money, for just like enjoy weekend. And actually, he went out there because Tyrone Spong is the legend of striking, I would say, and he looked ready, hungry, and like Henry Hoof was there in his corner, and I'm thinking, like, to be honest, I was surprised too.
It was a surprise. All right, Mohammed, I got to tell you, I got to get rolling. I appreciate talking to you. Do you got anything you want to get off your chest? Is there anything you wanted to plug or cover?
All good, man. All good. I just watched. You give me good support on YouTube, and I know the first one you were talking I didn't like, and the second one you backed me up. Then I mean the first one thing I didn't like about the PFL, that we were talking to PFL and stuff, but we never did. You know, my team and I never did. It's all bullshit. Like, why would 7-0 guy talking to PFL when he's close to the belt.
Yeah. No, you're right about that. I mean, I'm only as good as the information that I have. That was a false report, and I believed it, but I tried to correct it.
Okay, I appreciate you. I hope we see each other soon.
If you ever need me, this email, I'll always get right back to you. You come on anytime you want.
Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Mohammed. Talk soon.
Bye bye. Bye bye.